The operating room falls silent as the surgeon's gloved hand hovers over the incision, and in that breath between decision and action, a question echoes through every corridor of modern medicine. Which parts of healing will always need a human heart? Will AI replace doctors? The answer depends on which specialty you choose, and the data reveals 7 fields where human judgment remains irreplaceable. For 2 years, researchers at Cleveland Clinic, the World Health Organization, Stanford Medicine, and dozens of peer-reviewed journals have mapped the border between what AI can master and what it cannot touch. In late 2023, Cleveland Clinic launched a quiet revolution across 80 specialties and nearly 4,000 physicians, mandating a single trial of Ambience Healthcare's ambient-AI documentation system during routine clinical care. When the mandate ended, 75% of those physicians chose to keep using it, weaving it into their day like a tireless digital scribe. It became a landmark real-world deployment study in hospital AI implementation, but as ambient AI spread through exam rooms and emergency bays, a deeper pattern emerged. Not all specialties adopted at equal rates, and the gaps revealed something profound about the limits of automation. Radiology became the emblem of AI's medical rise. By December 2024, over 800 AI medical devices had earned FDA authorization, 76% targeted imaging, scans, tumors, fractures, fueling headlines that radiology itself might vanish. Yet those headlines mistook market concentration for replacement risk. Peer-reviewed hospital surveys told a different story. Most radiology departments saw no workload reduction after AI integration, and some saw more work verifying AI-flagged findings and communicating results that machines could not contextualize. Even Ambience Healthcare's 12-point accuracy gain referred to improved medical coding, not diagnostic precision. AI augments precision. Humans interpret meaning. If you believe healthcare deserves truth, grounded in verified science, not marketing hype, subscribe now. Every claim is fact-checked against peer-reviewed research from the World Health Organization, Mayo Clinic, and Stanford Medicine before it reaches your screen. In 2024, the World Health Organization released global guidance on AI ethics and governance for large multimodal models. 6 principles defining the guardrails of responsible medicine: autonomy, safety, transparency, responsibility, equity, and sustainability. 18 months later, in June 2025, the World Health Organization's Public Health AI Readiness Toolkit version 2.0 expanded those ideals into practical frameworks for hospitals worldwide. They arrived amid growing evidence of racial bias in psychiatric AI diagnostics, where skewed training data can lead to misdiagnoses that disproportionately harm underrepresented patients. That realization became a global wake-up call. Data is never neutral, and trust must be earned, not coded. Psychiatry and mental health care emerged as the specialty most resistant to automation, not because it rejects AI, but because its central instrument is emotional attunement. Multiple studies from 2023 to 2025 confirmed that while large language models can mimic empathy in text, they cannot reproduce the authentic resonance that defines therapeutic connection. Emergency medicine sits in the moderate risk zone. AI excels at triage acceleration. Viz.AI's FDA-cleared tool detects intracranial hemorrhage within minutes. Yet in the chaos of trauma, instinct and empathy still steer survival. Neurosurgery follows closely. Low to moderate automation risk. AI assists in planning, but the surgeon's spatial intuition when anatomy defies the scan remains irreplaceable. At Toronto General Hospital's NICU, Dr. Priya Sharma watched an AI flag respiratory distress in a 28-week preemie. But it was her hands that detected the subtle chest asymmetry the algorithm missed, revealing a collapsed lung that required immediate intervention. Prediction is not presence. Obstetrics and high-risk pregnancy show AI's promise as decision support. Recent peer-reviewed studies suggest AI can predict pregnancy complications with over 90% accuracy, allowing earlier interventions. But prediction is not presence, and only a physician can merge data with compassion at a critical moment of birth. Pediatrics and neonatology stay low risk. The physiology of a newborn, the silent distress of a child, these still demand a human interpreter. Plastic and reconstructive surgery occupies low to moderate risk. where art and empathy shape recovery as much as anatomy and palliative care anchors the low end. The realm of presence, silence, and human comfort beyond code, these 7 fields prove that empathy, creativity, and ethical judgment resist automation. While data-dense specialties like radiology amplify human expertise rather than replace it, as one Cleveland Clinic radiologist said, AI finds the patterns. We find the meaning. That partnership defines the next era of medicine. Doctors plus machines, guided by the World Health Organization frameworks to ensure fairness, safety, and sustainability. Because every dataset carries a shadow, and only human oversight can see its shape, the verified evidence tells a grounded story. Transformation, not replacement. When AI writes the notes, the doctor looks up and sees the person again. That moment of presence, of compassion, remains beyond any algorithm, so which specialties are truly AI-proof? Those where care means connection, where healing means humanity, because the future of medicine isn't artificial, it's unmistakably human. Subscribe to stay informed about how artificial intelligence is transforming healthcare, ethically, responsibly, and always with the patient at the center.